trade alert in the box.
All right, we got a trailer in the box added to a position. Added to a position here. All right. Looking okay here. Let's see what else we got here. Tesla here pushing back up. We got Amgen here holding pretty good strength. Colgate pulling back a little. Pfizer holding pretty good strength. We talked about our relative strength play of the day. Looking pretty good. PSA here a little pullback. The AGN holding up pretty good. FedEx here a little pop. Nike holding on to gains. We're looking pretty good there. All right.
Trader meter absolutely unreal.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. That nailed it. Just nailed it. The we just had a Rambot signal also here. 3-minute signal at 9:40, which is back here, a little bounce. But I'm looking more at the rotation setup here. Let's take a look at. Here's your Pfizer here. We love the Pfizer. Pfizer is one of ours. Pfizer trying to make its move out. Amgen, AMG, and also kind of a little move higher, trying to get above yesterday or Friday's highs. Tesla here, a really nice pop. Gilead here showing some good strength right now. Looks like drugs are leading right now. Biotech's looking pretty good. Nike, let's take a look at the SPX here fast. All right, not a bad turn back up. We talked about watching to see if we get a cross back up. Well, initially we did. The 60-minute does look good with the gap up. The 5-minute time frame here, definitely a gap up. We like to hit and run on these. I mean, if you get that gap up, you take it off. Definitely seeing some better action here on the drugs. We had another second follow-up song coming from Little Twisted Sister, so let's get that up. Oh, yeah, the price. Gilead here pushing new highs on the session. Pfizer new highs on the session. Tractor Supply comes off the highs of the session.
Johnny, I just took a long at 22.50, and we got a 9.50 reversal coming here. I hope this works.
All right, we got U.S. market manufacturing PMI out. Final reading coming in at 54.3. So that was out just a few minutes ago. Preliminary was 54.2. All right, let's see what we have. It's almost a little tight little, very tight little wedge pattern. Tesla here popping the highs of the session. Gilead Drugs here leading Google here at the highs of the session. Got a nice move here in Facebook at the highs of the session. Netflix here, Netflix at the highs of the session. The FANG stocks here seem to be moving pretty good. On Apple here seems to be a little lagging. Tesla, nice move here, 216, that's 217 now. New highs on the day, Tesla. We're here in Baidu here, BIDU upgraded to a buy from a hold. Asian firm China Renaissance. Let's see if we get a little bounce here. We're kind of coiled up. Little coil here on a 1 minute time frame. Let's take a look at that 5 minute time frame. See AGN here starting to push back up. Again, if you're looking at this, this is not bad. You have the 5 minute on your side. Whenever you have that 5 minute on your side, that's a good sign. Well, this is actually the 1 minute on the side here. Let's go back. 5 minutes kind of embedded. So see we get Paul to get through that 2250. No doubt about it. Pfizer here and drugs looking good. Tesla looking good. FANG stocks looking good. No other alerts yet. I have I brought an Alexa, or I have an Echo Dot at the office now. I haven't set it up yet. It's going to be my co-host. Facebook here, 116.39. New highs on the day. Netflix here, 127.05. New highs on the day. Google, 784.51 here. New highs on the day. Amgen, Pfizer, new highs on the day. Gilead, new highs on the day. Tesla, new highs on the day. FedEx here, highs of the session. You got the market here just off the lows, not the overnight lows, but just off the lows. Feels like we're starting to hold up here. Is there a little pop here? Let's see. not much of a wedge pattern. All right. We have 10 a.m. We have construction spending coming up in 5 minutes, and ISM manufacturing PMI here coming up at 10 o'clock.
VIX making lows, Johnny. Also, Gilead new highs of the day. Gilead and PayPal also hanging out near the highs, and Intel also. All right, a little pop here through that 2250 area. And again, this was a 950 reversal. A little wedge pattern, 950 reversal. Kind of coiled up on the 1 minute. Little pop here. Pfizer here pushing a little bit higher. Netflix here, 127.30 here pushing a little higher. Facebook pushing a little higher. Let's see here. Here come some numbers. Netflix here, new highs on the day. Facebook, new highs on the day. CF Industries, new highs on the day. Amgen here, highs of the day. Pfizer, we're in highs of the day. Apple's trying to reverse to the upside. We get some numbers right now.
We're going to get some numbers right now. Let's hear if Mr. Land is going to be mentioning this. Because he might not, we might have to adjust that. Paul has a possibility of getting a point on this if we get through that 51 in the quarter. But there is a news factor here.
It just filled, Johnny. Got a point on that, on the third trip up there.
Could you check Mr. Land? Are you here, Mr. Land? I didn't hear him come out with any news there. Maybe he's... Good trade.
Been listening to Mr. Land all morning. They're just talking about the PMI.
All right, so I'm not getting him on my side. That's interesting. All right. Oh, further push here now. Nice. We got a little follow through after that news.
Classic 950 reversal, right on the dot. All right. Oh, whoa. Twitter here pushing back up here. Fast little move here on Twitter reversing. Back up towards the highs of the session here. Twitter. Hey, Johnny Dixie just telling me a story about you guys. Is your wife having trouble with vampires?
No, no way. I ended up getting my my wife a subscription to Blue Apron. Blue Apron. You know, I've been hearing a lot about it, so I got that for Christmas for her. So she gets some food delivered every Friday. You know, and so the first thing she did, and she has our daughter make the food with her, and they made this the first meal they made, they end up using pretty much all the garlic that came for all the food for the week in the one plate, and she ate so much garlic it stunk the whole house out. I mean, I honestly couldn't sleep that night. I couldn't sleep in the same bed. Everyone, she walked by, she was radiating garlic so bad that you felt bad saying something, but you just had to laugh. It was just the most horrendous smell ever. And we had to go, we had to do something that day. We went to the museum. We took him to a planetarium, and no one would sit next to my wife. She'd sit there, and she'd be sitting down.
NQ tradeometer overbought.
It's pretty funny.
Dixie said it was so bad that the fumes are burning her eyes.
NQ tradeometer overbought.
And she got mad at me because I told her, I said, you got to do something. You got to do something about that. It was awful. All right, so let's see here. Yeah. Actually, not a bad look at the market. The market here not really getting any significant selling. We had some news out here. We popped back up. We're chopping around.
High took alert.
You know, we go back to that time frame.
ES tradeometer overbought.
Let's go back to that time frame again. You can hear it going, pushing back up here.
High took alert.
We're liking this time frame. I mean, I
ES
like
tradeometer overbought.
the daily and the hourly. Now, the hourlies are already starting to turn back up pretty aggressive. I mean, it's good on the 14.3. It's good on the 9.3. That still has some time to go, so I definitely like that. The daily, though, look what's happening. Nice crossover, a Nike check mark. When we have a Nike check mark and a pretty decent candle, we're going to get some follow-through. So this looks really good. Again, a rising tide here, lifting a lot of boats. Hopefully you're in one of those boats. Sienna here pushing back up to the highs of the session. Tesla new highs of the session. Netflix at the highs of the session. Facebook at the highs of the session. Drugs here at the highs of the session. Gilead at the highs of the session. Pfizer at the highs of the session. And there's a lot of other ones here that I'm not even on my screen.
How about that 950 reversal, Johnny?
Yeah, that's perfect. And we just had a tradeometer signal right here, right at the tip. I don't know exactly where that came in. Pretty close. Let's see if we get a follow through to the upside, we push through some of these, or do we get just a fast reaction back down? We had a nice pop here on FedEx here, 188.61. Oh, nice pop here, FedEx here. This should get the market going a little bit higher here. FedEx here, Nike. Nike looking really nice. Like I said, this is one that